Hello everyone, this is Alex from Trilabs and today we are going to solve the problem of climbing stairs. So the question is, you are climbing a staircase and you have to take n steps to reach the top, and in each time you can either climb one or two steps. So in how many distinct ways can you climb to the top? So first we will go ahead and understand the question with the help of the sample inputs and outputs. Let's get ahead and let's first check for n equal to 3 only. Okay, so let's say we have three steps. This is the first step, second step, this is the third step. Okay, this is 3, this is 2, this is 1. So starting from here, if I take only one step, so I can go over here and then go over here. So taking only one step, okay, so I have one more step over here, like this is base 0, so we're starting from here. Okay, so taking one step only, so I can go in this way. Okay, one thing we can note from here is that, see, we are not asked to find the most optimal or the shortest step way. We simply have to find the total possible ways by taking one step at a time, or a combination of one or two, or only two steps at a time. Okay, so now what are we gonna do is, now we will try another thing. Okay, so what we are going to do, we'll take one step to here. Okay, and then we can take two steps from here directly, because we are allowed to take either one or two steps at a time. All right, so that will also be counting to 3, so 1 plus 2 is one more option. Or if I can take one step, okay, one we have already taken, right? So if I can directly go from here to two step to here and then one step to the last one, so that would be what, 2 plus 1. We cannot take two steps from here because that would exceed 3. All right, so if I had to decode this, okay, how could I decode this and write a program with this? Okay, so let's say you have to create a number 4. Now how can you create it? By using only 1 or 2 starting from 0. So I have two options, either I'll add 1 or either I'll add 2. So if I add 1, this will become 1. If I add 2, this will become 2. Now again here I have two options. If in 1 I add 1, that will come to 2, and if in 2 I add 1, that will come to 3. Now here also I have two options, and what are the two options that I have? If this can become 3, this can become 4. Okay, by taking only 1 or 2. Okay, now again this 2 can be, again we have two options. So 2 plus 1 is 3 over here, and 2 plus 2 is 4 over here. Now again this 3 we can go into it, like we can take 1 or 2. If I take 1, this will be 4, and if I take 2, this will be 5, which is not acceptable, so we cannot take this part, right? So I have to erase this part. I cannot take the second part over here. Okay, now again this 3, same thing will happen. I have to take 1, that will 4. If I take 2, this will be 5, which is clearly not acceptable, so I am going to erase this part. Now again with 4, okay, so we have already reached 4 over here, so we did not need to move further. Here also we have 4, but here we do not have 4. Okay, so 3, again we have two options here, 1 or 2. So 1 will get to me 4 and 2 will get me 5. So this is not option, I mean this is not required, we cannot cross that. So we have reached. So how many ways do we take to reach this part? Like, see, this is one way. Like if I start from here, this is one way, this is second way, this 4310 is third way, this is fourth way, and this is fifth way. So clearly we can see that starting from 0th step, we can reach to 4th step in how many? In 5 number of ways. Okay, so if I had to start from the bottom part, okay, now we started from top part. Okay, now let's start from the bottom part and see what changes can we, what significant thing we can observe. Let's try first that part. I have 4. Now this 4 can be made, we have only two options to reach. I mean we have whatever the step is, like 4 can be made by using only two numbers, because that is what the constraint of the question over here is, by 1 or 2. So I need to subtract this, like this will be 3 and this will be 2. Now this 3 can be made by using 1 or by using 2. If I reduce 1, that would be 2. If I reduce 2, that would be 1. Again I have two options over here. Now this 2 can be made from 1 by adding 1, and this 2 can be made from 0 by adding 2. Okay, so now again this 2. Now see, one thing we can also observe here. Okay, first let's
get to this 2. So again I have two options, 1 and 2. This is 1, this is 0. You can see that this part it's very similar to this part. Okay, now why I'm trying to tell you is that because see, when we are doing this, like here also we had a repetition, like this entire 2 3 4 part is coming here also. Okay, so this is a very vital, these are very vital, okay, changes, I mean not changes, but these are very vital things we need to take here, because we can skip this part, right? We did not need to compute. So let's first stick to recursion part, okay, and then we'll code this down. So this one can be further reduced by 1 or 2. So this is already 1 can only be reached through 1 from 0th step, and if we reduce this will not be acceptable. Again, this one part will only be reached through 0th part. All right, so we can clearly see we have how many parts: one way, two way, 3, 4, and then we have 5. So clearly again we have 5 ways, and here we are building from the top. All right, here we were building from, like if I consider 4 as the top, so this is we are building from the top, and if I consider 0 as the bottom, this is the bottom up approach. All right, now the thing here is, for every n, like now we need to think for n. Okay, so like for every n I'll have only two options, either n minus 1 or n minus 2, and number of ways to reach this n minus 1 plus the number of ways to reach this n minus 2 will be the number of ways to reach n. Okay, so say clearly how can I say this for this 4. Okay, 4 is, let's say we have 4, so number of ways to create 4 is 1, plus, or number of ways we can create 3 and 2. So how many ways we can create 3? See, this 3 can be created by 1 2, this one approach is there, second approach is there, third approach is there. So 3 can be created in total 3 number of ways. Now this 2 can be created in one way and two ways. So this is, and the sum of these two is the total number of ways. Okay, so clearly we can see that we can reach this n minus 1 and n minus 2, the total number of ways of reaching these two, and the summation of that would be the number of ways to reach this n. All right, so if I were to code this down, all right, how would I code this down? We can see that this is clearly recursion, because each part is dependent upon the previous part, because 4 is dependent upon 3 and 2, now 3 is dependent upon 2 and 1, okay, and 2 is dependent upon 1 and 0, here also the same thing, right? Let's code that down first. Okay, now what would be the base case over, the base case here over here is that if any at any point of time I reach 1, I do not need to go for 0, because 1 can only be reached from 0 in only one number of ways. Like from 0 we can go to 1 by using 1. All right, so that is the base case over here. So if n is less than or equal to 1, we simply need to return 1. All right, and what we need to again check for, like if I had 4 over there, I had to check for another n minus 1 and n minus 2 ways. Okay, like I'll tell you what I have to write it down over here and why I'm doing this. See, uh, okay, for 4, let's say this is 4, so 4 is dependent upon 3 and 2. Okay, so 4 can be reached in how many ways? The number of ways we can reach 3 and 2, summation of these two parts, and for each and every n we have to do this until and unless the value is equal to 1. So when it is equal to 1, we will return 1 over here. Okay, and we will return 1 over here, and we'll keep on returning these values. All right, okay, cool.
So since we have already seen that the entire problem can be solved with the help of recursion, so let's go ahead and code the logic which we have developed so far. So basically we are going to write a function which will be returning the number of steps. So let's call the function as stairs, which will take the number of stairs and return the number of steps that is required. Now, as we discussed, the first thing is what is the options that we have. So we have having options of going only to the stairs one or two, I mean going to the steps one step or two step at a time. So basically we will be calling stairs, one will be n minus 1 plus this will be n minus 2, because we can only take either one step or two steps at a time. However, We also need to check the condition wherein if n is less than or equal to 1 we will be returning 1. Okay, so let's take input over here. This is scanner I am using. You can take buffer reader and input stream also, it's absolutely fine. So this is n, wherein we will take the input as the number of stairs that we have, and then we are going to print and call stairs n. That's it. It should give me the answer. Let's first check whether it's running for the sample cases or not. Okay, it's running for both the cases 2 and 3. Let's submit and check. Okay, cool, so it passed. Yeah, that's it guys, thank you for watching.